Of the poems Cavafy himself would label erotic, we have a really interesting one in The Next Table. This is a little saucy, a little heated, but it bears all of the classic markers of a Cavafy poem. The Next Table. He must be barely 23 years old, and yet I am sure almost as many years ago I enjoyed this same body. It isn't merely an erotic flush. I've only been to the casino a little while and haven't even had time to drink a lot. I enjoyed this same body. And even if I don't recall where, one lapse of memory means nothing. Ah, now that he sits at the next table, I know each way he moves, and under his clothes, naked, are the loved limbs I see again. This is saucy. This has got something going on here. Obviously, this is homoerotic, not just erotic, but this is strictly homoerotic. Although the male pronoun he in Greek, we are told, I'm not going to claim expertise, but there is some ungendered indefiniteness of that. So he's playing a little loose with that. It's a little nuance, little subtlety there. But the classical markers of Cavafy are there. It is very much an idealistic poem, but one that is struggling with perception and problematizing and focusing on the idea of perception within that. We are told that, okay, he admits he's had a drink or so. Haven't even had time to drink a lot. That means you've had some, and maybe your perception, your ability to think is a little impaired. And even his memory then he brings up, makes it very specific. And even if I don't recall where, one lapse of memory means nothing. So maybe this is a sense that he can't quite recall things. But in this also is the question of age, because that is very much foregrounded here. He is an older man seeing a younger man just out in public, and starting to feel a little ember burning in there, a little memory in there. But that is part of it, because maybe that's inappropriate. Maybe at this point he probably doesn't even know if that other man is also gay, or is at all available, or anything like that. But he is conjuring this notion of familiarity and eroticism within his own mind. This is all going on within his own mind. Of course, this is not the body of the same person that he remembers from so many years ago, but he's building it up within him. It is a mental exercise at this point. Even though the experience itself is pretty strictly physical, like pretty much all of his erotic work, the sexuality might be frank, but it is very diffident. It is very ephemeral. He's talking about, if he was to go forward with this and come up with a line, this would be just a pickup. But it is also strictly physical. He's not interested in this person for anything other than the physicality underneath those clothes that he's so admiring. There is a kind of sadness to that. There is a loneliness to that that is accentuated by the distance in years of this old man perving a little bit on a younger man, which I think identifies even further like how far removed from the reality of the situation he is, and imbues it with a sense of fatalism, futility, the sad understanding that he's not going to enjoy that he can see it and he can use it to conjure up some memories and even prompt some new possibilities in him. But there's always that recognition that but it's not going to work. Or even if he does connect with this young man, because it is so strictly physical, it will be short-lived and it will end, because everything ends. And even perhaps in this, it is suggesting, as he does get older and has some problems with memory, that he himself and his ability to enjoy physical sensations, sexual experiences, all of that will also end. And he's just starting to glimpse this.